Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As you can see by the title of today's video, the playoffs are set in our comp my league in NBA 2K23. I'm matching up with my boy Zeke, first round as the 7 seed. Now, Zeke has a lot of point guard IQ to him. He's got a lot of reps at this PG stuff as well, and you can tell by his gameplay, but not only that, he plays my team a lot lately as well. So, he's pretty accustomed to everything to do with his 5s gameplay, between calling plays or like calling certain cuts and stuff like that, or just how he wants to play defense. So, he's pretty seasoned as far as this stuff goes. Now, for the teams, just to update you guys, if you're new to the channel, I'll go over this pretty quickly for those who already are watching the videos pretty consistently. We got James Harden as my point guard, Zach LaVine as the shooting guard, and then as far as our key contributors after that, I would say OG Anunoby and Miles Turner are my next two most important players. Bam plays a pretty good role defensively for superstars. Like, I really like the fact that Bam contributes really good interior defense and good kind of just paint defense. Let's say for like the Jason Tatums of the world, or the Ja Morants of the world, or maybe even like LeBron, for instance. Like big point forwards that are slasher-esque. That's what we have Bam for. Now, besides that, I don't play RJ Barrett much, but Tari Eason, Mr. No Badges, and then Poku, Mr. No Badges. These guys are also very big contributors for me as well. Larry Nance, a little bit of contribution, but that's about as far as my lineup goes. Now, for Zeke's team, he has Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as his point guard, 94 overall. He's actually pretty good for that matter too. His jump shot is really nice. His dribble moves are really good and smooth and clean. And then he has Jrue Holiday as his second round pick as a lockdown. Now, Zeke initially actually had Kawhi Leonard as well, but ended up trading him to Dre, who also has Giannis. So now we got Giannis and Kawhi on the same team, but Dre gave up a load to get this. Now, as you can see, he gave him Karl-Anthony Towns, Cade Cunningham, who actually, we used the animation changes in case you're new to the series again. You are allowed to change one animation on your player. So Cade Cunningham's base on his jump shot is now LaMelo Ball, and that goes a long way as far as like being really competent with Zeke's team. So Zeke has 2 animation changes on his team now. I believe he put Kyle Kuzma base on Jrue Holiday, and then he has the Kobe base on Cade. So between Shai, Cade, and Jrue all having a good base on their jump shots, we also have Towns, who's got really good shooting ratings as well, obviously, and if he's wide open on a pick and pop, can definitely knock those down. His jumper's a little bit slower. He traded for Aaron Gordon as well, who also has a bit of a slower jump shot, but obviously a dunk meter beast right here. And then Bol gets some pretty good minutes for him as well. Really great, like, sleeper big man right here at 7'2", obviously. And then he has Carmelo Anthony, who you will see in this series quite a bit as well. So that's our introduction to the teams. We're gonna get straight into the gameplay. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, for to drop a like, sub if you're new to channel, noties, all good stuff, and like always, try to one to like 600 or 700 likes. Alright, so to get right into the gameplay, this is what Zeke's gonna start off with. He has his starting 5 of his 5 best players on the court. He's got Shai at the 1, Jrue at the 2, Cade Cunningham at the 3, Aaron Gordon at the 4, and Towns at the 5. Now, you will see a good implementation of Bol, Carmelo Anthony, etc., etc. Those are his 2 big key like role players as far as his rotations go. And for me, you're gonna see now that he has Aaron Gordon in the starting lineup, I wasn't sure if he was going to or not. I'm gonna be starting Bam at the 4. So we have a little bit of a matchup switch as far as that stuff goes. But hope you guys enjoy this gameplay. This is best of 3 series. To update you guys as far as playoffs go, I will be uploading every playoff game, no matter if I win or lose. So for all you know, I could lose this one, I could win it. And if I do win it, then there'll be another one after this. But again, I'll be posting playoff games, win, loss, or there's no draw, but you guys get the concept. Anyway, the first 2 rounds are best of 3. So this series right here is going to be best of 3. The second round will be best of 3. And then anything after that, the Western and Eastern Conference Finals, and then the NBA Finals will be best of 5. So it does expand as far as that stuff goes. As you can see though, back and forth action between me and Zeke right here. It's actually a little bit of a low scoring game, but we're going to make some cuts in this one. You can see we're trying to do a little stop and pop with Harden, but man, I was struggling from 3 in this series right here. You can see we're trying to help off Aaron Gordon. We're forcing Aaron Gordon to make some shots. You can see he's a little bit hesitant to pass to him, so we're able to deny a little bit. Now I got Bam guarding Aaron Gordon. We wall up really good, no dunk meter for him, and obviously Bam with his great interior defense and gold anchor. Like I said, that's kind of what we have him for. Now, in this style, I'm not sure if you guys have been watching the IRL like playoffs or anything like with the Lakers and Nuggets, but what I'm trying to do is actually the thing that the Lakers are doing against Aaron Gordon right now. Obviously, it's not working, down 0-2, but what I want to do against Aaron Gordon is let Bam be a help defender a ton and force Aaron Gordon to shoot. And it's not that his 3-point ratings are horrible in 2K, it's more that his jump shot is really bad, really slow, and just hard to time as well. So you can see right there, a little help off the corner. We got OG wide open in the corner, and I'm even struggling to shoot with OG. That does not happen with my team. Like, OG is my most automatic shot, and you can see Zeke goes to the free throw line, super late in the quarter right there, gets the free throw to go. Really low scoring game right here, 9-12 at the end of the first, and that's pretty generally low scoring for our league right here. But anyway, as you can see, I'm trying to get my matchup switched. I'm flicking my arrow down to try and get OG on Jrue Holiday. You can see we got Poku on Cade right here, and Poku walling up really good, still good defense. He just swerves around and just bumps bumps me right there. It's really tough. I hit the Harden moving cross to get past him, but as you can see, Drew Holiday, user lurk over to the corner, absolutely hawking on that. Carmelo over to the corner, bang. I mean, it's tough to deal with, bro. Carmelo's jump shot is really nice and fast. You can see right here, I kind of bait the jump shot. I stand still and the matchup's not on me, so I'm just trying to like be patient, process some stuff out, get a little bit of a quick drop with Harden to go. In case you're new to the series again, Harden's animations are so good between his dribbling, his dunks, all that stuff. Like I will say I haven't tried the dunk meter a lot with him yet. I really don't think he's capable of it, to be honest with you guys, though. I think just having no takeoff makes it a little bit tougher to utilize like that. You can see, though, a little random pick and pop with Harden. I get a little bit of a drift on the catch and shoot right there, but I still get it to go. Green that, 9 points for Harden out the gate. Now, on this possession right here, you can see I'm using Bam again, trying to just be like the kind of rover, just move around a lot. But unfortunately, we end up with Poku on Aaron Gordon. And Bam on Bol, but obviously the height discrepancy makes a little bit of a tough situation right there. That's why For Bam, I want him to be more of the superstar stopper rather than like a big man matchup, because I think he belongs on people like his similar size a little bit more. Larry Nance in the game, I ended up missing another 3 with him early. I mean, it's just tough, man. Aaron Gordon coming out here trying to dunk meter on like Poku's head, and then boom, we get a foul to go right there. So, unfortunate. Now Aaron Gordon's being left open on the wing, and he bangs it too. So, honestly, I will say I'm not going to hyper overreact to that and be like, oh, well, now we got to guard him tight. But obviously, it goes a long way if he's going to be able to shoot with Aaron Gordon, because I'm telling you guys, that jump shot is tough. It's really bad. Now, Shea coming off that, hitting that mid-range, getting that to go. Now he's coming out here with the ISO. Gets a little bit of like a slithery, half slithery bully animation, and that's what he put on his player too. In case I forgot to mention for anybody who's new to the series once again, we are allowed to change one badge from Gold to Hall of Fame, and that was the one badge that Zeke changed, was his slithery from Gold to Hall of Fame. Right there you can see Bol, amazing jump too. Like, he's a big man, yeah, but he's fast and he can jump, and he's 7'2", so his reach is ridiculous on that stuff. Right here I try and back up into the lane. We're still trying to play some lanes. I get Poku back on Bol, so we're looking pretty solid now. Tari Eason guarding Aaron Gordon, so I'm trying to go underneath like literally everything, and you can see he hits a walk back. I get a contest on it, and he bangs again with Aaron Gordon. So now we're freaking out. We're like, okay, so everybody on the court can shoot, huh? Like, we got Towns shooting, we got Aaron Gordon shooting, we got Aaron Gordon coming out here mashing too, obviously, with his standing dunk being super good. And this 5 out is tough, man. I mean, he's got Bol, Towns, Shea, and Cade can all shoot, and then he even has the Drew Holiday custom jumper too. That is ridiculous. Zach coming out here in transition. I get a really tough animation with him. As you can see, Zeke is out to a 32-21 lead to start this game. 7 seed setting up to upset the 2 seed. It's looking tough out here. We got Miles Turner on Towns again. As you can see, we're going to try and wall off that screen side. I'm going to try and move with Levine. I go for a trapper right there, try and play some off-ball help. You can see we're still in the trapper, thankfully, and we're able to get the jump ball to go with Zach Levine, and obviously he's going to be automatic with that. There's like 97 vertical or something like that. So we're going to the Harden and Zach pick and roll. You can see I do the little escape with Harden. I'm trying to set up for the contact lob for Zach Levine, and we get it to go. Gold area wizard, 90 something, like 95, 97 driving dunk as well. He's something different with that stuff, bro. But as you can see, Bol once again to the corner, good jump shot, and he's got it, man. He has got that stuff on lock. I try and hit a Euro with Harden, and if you guys have played this game and tried the crafty finishing stuff, you know sometimes it will troll you like that. And we also get a fast break on that from Zeke right there as well. So, unfortunate. He takes a 36-23 lead. We're back at the free throw line with Zach. I end up missing the second one too. We're looking real bad, but boy, do I get some luck to go for me. I get a rebound from his team that tips up into the air and goes to me. Right there you can see I try and play the lane with Miles Turner, and I get bodied. We got Tari Eason at the 4. I'm like, okay, this little body stuff is not going to work. So we put Bam back in the game. I get Poku back in here too. And we got a double bigs lineup more so. So right there though, as you can see, I got a little bit less creation on the court right now. And Harden ends up getting boxed up. I throw a lane straight to the paint. Carmelo with the shot attempt right over his head. He could have got that to go, but obviously just a little bit of a mistime. Zach Levine going to the hoop. I get thankfully fouled again. And then as you can see, the score changed. I actually only hit 1 free throw again because I missed another free throw with Zach Levine, bro. It's looking bad. So, end of the half right here, 38-27. He's walking it down with Drew. Play some horrible defense again, and he just gets a wide open lane to the hoop. I mean, that's so bad, bro. But anyway, into the fourth quarter. I actually think I said at the end of the half, because boy, this scoreboard is looking like an end of the half scoreboard right now. This is the type of stuff that you would see from like a generally decent high scoring game in this league, like a 40-30 game at half. But here we are in the fourth quarter, and I'm down by 10 still. And obviously at the pace of this game, as Melo hits a nasty escape on the screen and gets a 13-point lead, the pace of this game, typically a 13-point lead is not that big a deal, but how defensive this game is, it's like really going to be tough. You can see though, Zach absolutely killing it with that Euro dunk going into the hoop right there. I've already mentioned this in a lot of previous videos, but Harden and LaVine both have like my 2 favorite layup packages in the game as far as gathering into dunks. It's like perfect, bro. So as far as our defense right here, you can see we go a little bit of like a bam PNRD. We're hedging to the pop. We get that to go. Bam, once again walling up on Aaron Gordon's dunk attempt. We're not letting any of that go, obviously. Like Bam is going to be a really good matchup for Aaron Gordon as far as stopping him in the paint. Now, Zach with ball in hand. We're not getting a whole lot of stuff to go right here. You can see I'm trying to ISO Melo. He's playing off-ball D, and I can't get past him because LaVine's dribbling is just really bad, to be honest. But as you can see, we try and bait that corner shot with Harden. Again, I think we have to humble him up a little bit on defending the threes because obviously then it will open up our drives, and then our drives will end up opening the threes. But as you can see, Zeke once again hitting a nasty 3 to take a 12-point lead again. And here we are late in the 4th quarter. It's looking real grim, bro. Harden's low on stamina too. He's blitzing me off the wing. He gets a steal to go right there. Drew Holiday with the ball. I mean, that's so tough. But thankfully, Poku in perfect position for that, and we're able to get that lane to go with him. Zach LaVine, time to take over the game a little bit. So we got a little bit of help coming from Harden. We're able to just get right past him and get the quick drop to go. Cut the lead to 10. But we're at 3 minutes left, and I'm low-key running out low on timeouts. I don't even think I called him right there as well at the 3-minute mark. But I wanted to show this. I didn't cut this part out because I really want to show that I switched to a 2-3 zone right here. I'm trying to speed Zeke up. I'm trying to make him like take quick shots. I'm trying to make it just like, you know, bad passes potentially where I can lane stuff. You can see he's taking his time though, but we're able to maybe just mess with his head a little bit. I'm not sure. Obviously, he could have just missed the shot in general too. But once again, Harden, super low on stamina. It's looking real grim out here. We're able to get to the hoop, but he's blinking red. We get both free throws to go with him, cut the lead down to 8. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left though. But we're sticking in this 2-3 zone right here. It's obviously going to be Harden on left wing, Zach on the right wing, and then as you can see, we're speeding them up a little bit. We're forcing the early shots, and that's exactly what we want. Even if they're wide opens, I just need something to get put up right now. I feel like we're running out of time, and as defensive as this game is right now, it's going to be hard to get back into the game if I'm like scoring at this pace that I am currently. But again, Harden, blinking red. We get that to go. We are actually getting to the hoop with no stamina. I mean, it's looking pretty tough out here. Harden is getting close to takeover though. Zach is going to be able to just kind of carry us a little bit too. You can see I'm going to try and bait this because we got a little bit of an overload situation. So now I'm playing a 2-on-1 off the corner, playing the wing. I'm playing everything right now because this zone stuff sucks in 2K23. It's so bad. And as you can see, Bam sitting at the bottom of the 2-3 in the anchor spot and just gets straight dunked over by Shea with his X button. So unfortunate as far as our lineup goes. As you can see, we have Miles Turner back in the game. We got Poku hopping in at the 4, and then we have Tari Eason and OG. This is kind of one of my favorite lineups. I like when Tari's at the 2 and OG's at the 3. It's like my best defensive lineup as far as those two both being on the court at the same time, and both their jump shots are really good. They're great spot ups, and when I surround those guys around one ball handler, whether it's LaVine or Harden, it's really good. It's just obviously, you know, my offense is really good too when I'm running with Harden and LaVine on the court at the same time. But we got a minute 50 left, and Harden's stamina is so bad, so we're going to need Zach to kind of carry us right here. As you can see, we get down to the paint, bait the help from Towns, and then we got Miles Turner, full stamina and everything, wide open on the wing. We get that to go. Cut the lead down to 5. We're still going to stay in this zone, though. It's going to be 2-3 for, like, the whole rest of the game. You can see I'm trying to bait, playing the 2-on-1s everywhere. Going to switch over to, like, OG right there, but he plays a really good off-ball screen, gets that to go, and he gets the lead back up to 8. Unfortunate. That's just a real like killer right there. It's gonna hurt a lot as far as trying to come back in the game. So we got Poku on a pick and pop. Nothing doing right there. I try and swing it over to OG. Nothing doing again. I'm trying to go with Zach. We're not really getting anything, but thankfully he gets a random horrible drop off Tari Eason, and we get that super fast jump shot to go out the corner right there. Cut it back to 5. Now, I'm going to be switching to the full court press now. So now I'm trying to speed him up in a little bit of a different way. And as you can see, we get an early shot with Towns. It's a tough one too. His jumper's a bit slower than everybody else on the team, so you're not going to really be accustomed to it. He gets a great blitz though on me right there, but now we got Towns out of the play. So I fortunately generate offense just off the fact that I get kind of a botched play that just goes my way, but obviously it's the risk that you take if you're going to blitz a little bit more. But really weird situation right here, right? So I called the full court, but like obviously I've played enough my career to know that sometimes it just like stays in zone in the half court, but thankfully through all of that we're still getting the quick jump shots taken with Bol right there. We're able to get a manageable situation now out of this just off the fact that, like I said, we're getting the fast shot attempts from Zeke. We get Miles Turner on another pick and pop. He's wide open on the wing, but drifts into the mid-range, and I missed the freaking open midi. Now, right here, low-key not a good foul either. I just lost 3 second separation between the game clock and shot clock, but it didn't really end up being that bad of an idea in retrospect. So right here, you can see I'm trying to play a lot of different lanes, and as you can see, he's got a midi with Shea, but that's a really early shot right there, considering you could low-key hold and only have like a 5 second difference between the clock. So I am deciding right here that I am hunting these threes, and I want to put my best three-point shooting lineup out here. We got Harden at the point, Tari Eason and OG at the 2 and the 3. I'm getting Zach LaVine's kind of garbage jump shot out of here, and I want this to run through Harden entirely. Whether it's a pick and pop with one of these two bigs, whether it's OG or Tari Eason as like a catch and shooter or a pick and popper as well. So that's the plan. We're going to roll with that. And as you can see off the inbound, we're going to go to Harden. I'm going to call for this pick and pop right here with Tari Eason. I get a switch on Melo. Contest, and oh my god, can you believe that right there? Let me go ahead and get you guys the desktop audio for this real quick. All right, I just wanted to show you the live comm to this, so we're gonna go ahead and just like play this. I'm not sure how loud it's gonna be. I hope it's not too bad, but as you can see, oh my god, holy shit. That's insane. Holy fuck. The shot for the money. Oh my god. Unfortunately, I don't have Zeke's audio because it's really stupid Xbox stuff. That's why I don't live comm a lot of these videos, because I want to hear the game audio. I want to be able to, like, you know, hear just the dribbles and the shots and the shot clock and stuff like that. So unfortunately, I don't have Zeke's audio. But anyway, as you can see, we're on a 3-up defense now, but also you kind of have to protect the hoop. So I'm getting ready to take anything that's like rolling or anything like that. You can see perfect defense executed, but we still get a wide open 3 from Melo on the wing, and he doesn't get it to go. We go to OT. To recap this though, the plan was going to be that I'm going to double team right here and then play a 2-on-1 right here, but then it ends up being where Cade switches over to this wing. So instead, I go with a little bit of like a help right here because I feel like it's going to be a hard pass right here. Honestly, I'm just trying to throw some random stuff at him. To be fair, I probably shouldn't have played any trapper defense or anything with 4 seconds left. I probably should have just let me play one-on-one like defense right there, but perfect defense, honestly, in retrospect. Miles Turner ends up in a good spot. Might have just kind of scared him on his shot a little bit. Who knows? I mean, this is a very hittable shot for Melo as well. But as you see, bam, I rotated him down off the corner because we don't want to give up any free paint stuff either. So we got a really good trap into like stack right here. And boom, we get that to miss. I'm on the rebound, making sure that Towns doesn't get a putback or anything. And bam, chucks the full quarter, doesn't get it to go. We are going to OT in game 1. And mind you, these are best of 3s as well. So getting into the OT, this is going to be a tough one too, man. I mean, like I just said, he's got great defense and all that. He wins the jump ball as well, so we're on a little bit of a disadvantage as far as that goes too. Turner on Towns is a bit of a tough matchup too because the constant pick and pop, it puts a lot of pressure on you as an all-ball defender to maybe be ready to switch out to the pops and like really put a lot of trust in your CPU of Miles Turner to like take him on a drive. But as you can see, really walling up really good right there. We get Bol wide open to the freaking top of the key though, but thankfully he misses it. And again, I should have been ready to play some help D on that stuff. Throw a really scary pass, but oh boy, now we got something cooking here. So just the good passes in general just get me team takeover. Like, and then I go to the hoop, Bol absolutely sending it out the corner. That is crazy help D too, by the way. He was playing really good help D this whole game. But I think team take works in the same way as it does rec, where like if the whole majority of the people on the court like are playing well together and they all have like, you know, good teammate grade hypothetically, or, you know, stuff like that, I think it works. But anyway, a lot of like mess ups and miscues between the both of us. I miss another free throw with LaVine. That's like my 3rd missed free throw of the game, and he walks out of bounds with Shea to the baseline. So thankfully, I get kind of bailed out on that. But as you can see, we're going to that Zach LaVine pick and roll. I don't get anything to go right there, but we're going to the Harden fade right here. This is a tough shot, but oh boy, did we get it to go. I mean, that's just that shot take as well. It really does make it very capable. I think the way takeover works in this game is like you get all 3 of the takeovers equipped, or more of like a current gen style where it's like nothing in particular. It's not pull-up precision. It's not like, you know, anything in particular like that. So unfortunately, we crash really bad off the rebounds. Carmelo snags a rebound off the wing, but we get a missed open corner 3 right there. Back on offense with James Harden, we're going to that Zach LaVine pick and roll. I do the little double crab move. I get to the hoop. I don't have anything there though. Unfortunately, I probably could have quick dropped, but Miles Turner just kind of cut out of nowhere. So unfortunately, I just go ahead and reset to Zach LaVine. Hit a couple escape packages with him. Don't get anything to go. It's really looking really, really boxed, but oh boy, do I get bailed out again with another foul. So we get both those to go. Take a 57-51 lead, 6-point with 1:30 left. So we got a lot of time here as far as like being able to manage this. And as you can see, Zeke's in a little bit of a speed up mode. He ends up getting Shea cold off the fade as well. I'm putting the ball back in Harden's hands. We're hitting that escape into the snatch back. We're being patient though. I want to make sure I'm not getting sped up too much or anything like that, because obviously you don't want to move too quickly at this stage of the game. So we're being pretty patient with it. I get Poku on a little bit of a pick and pop. Poku with the hop jumper, and y'all know how this goes if you've been watching this My League series. Poku has got that in his bag, 100%. So we secure game 1 against Zeke on some real BS. Let me remind you, that fade or that shot that I had with Harden right before regulation ended, like this right here is for the game entirely. Like if I miss this, I have no timeouts left, and you know, it's just a missed shot entirely, and I have to foul him. He'd take a 4 or 5 point lead, and it's over from there. I have no advances of the ball or anything, and it's just bad. So to hit a 62% contested 3 right there, or 63, whatever the heck it is, that's crazy. That's so insane. So anyway, for a little bit of recap, to look at the box scores, Harden had 28 points on 10 for 18 and 5 turnovers. It was not an efficient game for me with Harden. I was playing really bad. You can see Zach not shooting well either. 0 for 2 from 3. I was 0 for 4 with Poku and from 3 as well. That hop jumper is the only thing I made with him. OG 0 for 2. Larry Nance 0 for 1. Tari Eason was like my only good 3-point make that I had besides Miles Turner being 1 for 1. Rebounding wise, we did pretty good. Miles Turner with 8, Bam with 5, and you know, Tari contributing 4. Harden with 3, Zach with 2. I mean, overall, we played decent enough to win. It's just, ooh, that was tough shooting right there, for sure. And then we'll give you guys one quick look at the team stats and stuff like that right here. We both ended 6 for 23 from 3, which is really bad by this My League standards. I had way more free throws, though. 9 for 12. He ended up 1 for 4 from free throw as well. And I mean, overall, pretty even box scores if you look at most of the stuff in general. Our rebounds were really even. Points in the paint were really even. Fast break points. You know, the only thing that was big discrepancy was pretty much free throws, and that actually won me the game, essentially. I guess you could argue turnovers and points off of them, but I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, it's not too far apart. So anyway, on to game 2. Zeke's home court. Obviously, we're playing at the same arena and stuff, but either way, you can see Zeke coming out here, the 5 out, fading to the mid-range with Shea off rip, gets that to go. He's already coming out in this game doing the stuff that he already was. And as you can see, Harden with the little Euro dunk, tying the game up early. Zeke's going to be on the other end off my double team, and I'm playing a little bit of like help defense off Poku right there. Bol wide open in the corner. He gets that 3 to go. James Harden back on the other end, going a little pick and roll with Zach LaVine, but Bol is in a nasty lane. I think that actually was Zeke using it too. James Harden, I'm playing a really good 2-on-1 defense right here, but at the end of the day, it's just, you know, size and mashing. It is what it is. Harden's not big enough to defend Towns down low. Zach, once again, going to the hoop, getting another BS foul call. He is an ultimate BS foul call baiter. I don't know if it's because of his animations. I don't know if it's because of his driving dunk tendency. I don't know if it's like whatever the heck it is, but I'll tell you what, he gets a lot of foul calls when I go for the dunk meters. But I knock them both down. We're back on defense. OG playing on ball on Shea, and you can see he's actually really defending that well. I'm out here with Miles Turner guarding Towns. Obviously, you can see we're walling up pretty good. Hands up defense. That's a tough match, but he gets it to go 24% on our silver anchor, gold post move lockdown, all that stuff, like crazy good interior D. It is what it is. Stuff like that happens in this league. But as you see, Tari Eason, I'm coming out there trying to get something with him. I don't get anything to go. I try and go for the acrobat, nothing happening. And Zeke's already out to an 11-4 lead again. And mind you, I kind of snuck a game from him. I probably shouldn't have won that first game either. So it's looking kind of tough as far as this stuff goes. Harden with an escape into the like moving crossover. We get it to go to the hoop. Nice quick drop. We're fading, contesting, and stuff like that too. Miles Turner on the board. Got Harden back again. You can see we're trying to push the pace a little bit. OG down the court. Poku. I'm trying to move things. It's not happening much, but as you can see, we get Miles Turner a little bit of a cut. Towns plays a demon lane. Once again, I couldn't tell if that was him or not, like playing it, but boy, oh boy, it's a lot of good lanes are being played by Zeke's team right now. And you can see we force him with a little cross-court pass right there. OG on Bol. We don't exactly want that. Same with Drew Holiday and Miles Turner being guarded. We got a lot of bad matchups right here. I'm going to be just honest with that. So right here, Poku guarding Carmelo. Once again, not a great matchup. And Zeke's team is just full of people that get our buckets. Like, it's just pure buckets everywhere on the court. Tari Eason wide open on the wing. We get him on a pick and pop. Cut the lead down to 5, 9-14. Once again, I'm playing off-ball D off Towns. I'm trying to make Towns shoot a little bit. Like, Towns' jumper is going to be tough to deal with as well. So if there's one thing I want, it's going to be Towns shooting. But as you can see, Drew Holiday open. Bol snagging down the rebound. We got to match up again because as you can see, we're getting a lot of people out of place. I send it off the corner with Turner right there. We get really good defense to go right there, and we're able to get a pretty good stop. Into the offensive possession, though, you're going to see Zeke, once again, playing great defense. You can tell, like, his my team acumen right here. Like, he plays really good corner bait right there, absolutely just making me make that pass, and I don't get anything to go. But as you can see, we get a nice little triple threat with Tari Eason, get a clean, efficient dunk to go, cut the lead down to 3. Now, it's going to be a little bit of a screen right here. I try and blitz it. You can see I don't get anything to go. I try and send it off the corner with Poku, too, once I've already been beat. Don't get that to work. Poku with a little pick and pop right there to the top of the key, get that to go, cut the lead to 2. Now, Shea coming out here with the ISO. You can see he goes with a little like spin lay. Probably shouldn't have done it, but either way, he ends up making one of the free throws. I'm mid-subs as well, so it's a little bit tough to deal with sometimes. But as you can see, Zach LaVine getting subbed into the game. So we're going a little bit of a Zach attack, and as you can see, we try and fade to the corner right there. Don't get it to go. Miles Turner really close on the rebound. Nothing happening. And now you're going to see where the size really comes into play for Zeke's team, because while I do have a couple bigs on the court between Miles Turner and Poku, it's going to be tough. So Drew chucking the shots, but as you can see, like, it demands a lot of help to the PNR, so then Towns just wide open down there for the rebound and the putback, so that's free. Zach, once again, getting another free throw attempt, or just like a foul call, so to say, and he gets both free throws to go. I don't know, man. Zach just is a draw foul baiter of, like, just, it's crazy. But anyway, we got Nance on Bol right here. I'm thinking we're in really good position, but unfortunately I get a really bad block and, you know, just shot contest. And also Bol just moves so clean, bro. It's really weird, but it's just the dribble style stuff. And same with Nance. Nance has a really good dribble style. As you can see, we're walking him down, going to the drop step with Nance. You see I fake the kind of like shoulder switch with flicking up on that right stick and then drop step to the back shoulder again. So we get the lead down to 3. But as you can see, he's out here in transition. He ends up trying to pass to Melo, doesn't get it to go early, but boy, oh boy. I mean, this dude Carmelo is just a problem, bro. So he gets that 3 to go, gets 24 points in the first quarter right there. We're coming down, throwing that lob to Levine. That's not going either. Things are getting tough and a little bit out of hand. He plays a little bit of blitz right there. I try and pass to Miles Turner at the top of the key. Good shot attempt, but ends up being a red. That's pretty tough by this game's logic as far as like how it plays. But hey, I mean, it's a good perimeter D, like contesting him. Now I'm trying to play a little 2-on-1. Again, Towns is too big. You can't afford to double on Zeke's team. You just can't send any traps, any doubles, or anything like that, because there is a big body waiting to mash you no matter what you do between Towns or Bol. They're both super tall. They're both really good close shot. Believe it or not, Bol has 98 close shot too, by the way. You can see right here, little random drop off the corner from Levine, so we get that to go. 3-pointer in, cut the lead back down to 5. I'm going with another trap, but man, you can see I just got to stop, because like I'm holding my LB and Poku's flying off the corner to just come trap, and I don't know why. I was figuring it'd come from the wing, and then I'd like play a little 2-on-1. Poku in the pick and roll, though, as you can see, get that to go. And once again, we're still staying in the game, but Harden only has 4 points, and it's tough creation out here with him so far. You can see I low-key maybe had a quick drop with Harden, but hey, Zach's trailing, and that boy can contact dunk, that's for sure. So I send it off to him. We get them both take over. That's also the convenient thing about it. We're balling up once again, really good on Towns with Miles Turner. Get that to be a red, and it's not going to go. So cutting the lead down to 3. And again, you can see if I tap that LB to call for the screen from Levine, I can see their takeover. So I'm monitoring takeover a lot as far as when I'm like running this Harden and Zach pick and roll right here. But unfortunately, I fade to the wing, don't get that to go. I mean, it's just tough sledding out here with me with Harden. I mean, it is what it is. If I live by the Harden, I'm going to die by the Harden sometimes too, because I'm not really a born natural shooter or anything like that in this game. You can see Zeke, he said that he isn't running plays in this stuff either. He said it's just freelance. This is a freelance offense where dudes are just setting off-ball screens for this stuff too. That's tough. I guess the Clippers 2018 is what it's based on, and man, they do a lot of this stuff for sure. So really good, like, random bucket generation right there. Right here, he's going to fade to the baseline with Shea and doesn't get it to go, but you're going to see some pretty good defense play by him right here. So both my guards end up in the same area. I try and just quick pass to Harden, but he is all over that, ready to just hawk the lane. As you can see, Drew coming down the court, gets the dunk to go. So now I got to make a little bit of sub. Harden's getting tired. I got to get him out. So now we're back to that like lineup where I run, you know, OG and Tari Eason together, and then obviously those two will be at the 2 and the 3. But we have Bam in instead, because I managed the minutes pretty poorly. So I ended up matching Bam and Levine's minutes, and I don't like when I do that. It leads to some pretty bad spacing between the two of them, because I don't really want to shoot with either of them. So I have to be pretty good at managing those minutes. You can see I really get a really good jump with Bam though right there on the mash D for Towns, and then we have Levine coming out in transition. That's how we can overcome that spacing problem too with Bam, because obviously, if I get in transition, we don't have to worry about the inside center aspect. And it's not that Bam's a pure inside. He has 69 three-pointer. It's just his jump shot's pretty tough, and it's not something I feel that comfortable shooting. As you can see, though, Bol, once again, like, so fast off the catch and run. Like, he's just a problem. Right here, I'm trying to spam that move I can do with Levine that doesn't really, like, hinder him because of the dribble style. His dribble style is really bad, so if I try and do sig size up with him, like right here, for instance, any movement that I do with Levine off, like, the sig size ups is just really, like, hitchy and slow, if you ask me. So we're trying to do that little escape move a little bit more. You can see Poku I'm trying to sauce up with. I try and get the hop jumper, but thankfully I get fouled on the three-pointer and I make all 3 free throws. So that would not have gone. Obviously it's a good jump with Bol. It's just, you know, you can't always get him to go. Once again, we're going to wall up on Towns. I'm trying to switch on to Harden. We get a good contest right there. We got Miles Turner in transition, so I try and hit him in transition, but we don't exactly get to go. Thankfully, though, pushing the pace and having Cade Cunningham on him, we get the free throws. So I'm going to knock down the first one, but miss the second. So I'll just kind of spoil that a little bit, right? But we have a chance at a little bit of a 2-for-1. Zeke also could get a chance at a 2-for-1 if he wants to as well, though. So it depends on how long he's going to take and how well I can play defense. As you can see, we're kind of giving up a little early shot attempt to Cade. If you were playing by the 2-for-1, you probably could take that shot, but as you can see, we ended up with it because we're able to hold him a little bit for the time constraints. So good execution on that as far as that goes, and just good defense in general. But boy, oh boy, does Tariq Eason sell my bag right there with an auto reach. So a little bit of like shot clock lesson, and obviously, like, you know, he has more time to just generate his offense. As you can see, he's sending Cade on the back door, gets that to go, and unfortunate, man. It's really tough when those CPUs do the auto reaches as well. I guess at the end of the day, they can be beneficial sometimes if it's for bumps, but oh well. Anyway, back on offense right here. I got 13 seconds left. We're going a little bit of shot creator style with Harden, but I'm able to get to the hoop. I could have held for last, but if you get a shot opportunity, you just take it, in my opinion, especially with late clock on defense anyway. It's not that hard to play defense, right? Well, as you can see, Drew Holiday coming down, fading, and probably bad execution right there on my part. And like I said, I just believe in the defense enough to like play that, but it is what it is. Into the second half, we got OG wide open in the corner. We bang that with 3, take the 3-point lead, 42-39. We're looking pretty good right now, and I'm pretty like satisfied with where we're at in the game. But as you can see, wide open jump shot on the wing, and like I said, he's got them good custom jumpers on his team, man. It's so clean, and even Shea's obviously is just like really pure and just nice and fast. Same with Harden. I didn't really have to change much on Harden besides dribble style. Right there, I get to the hoop with Harden, Slithery popping off with the gold and stuff like that, and we're able to just kind of get past Cade. Cade's not the greatest defender either, but he's still pretty like big body, so to say. That's the other thing about Zeke's team too. There's no bad defense anywhere. I think both our teams match up pretty interestingly. Now, right there, we end up trying to trap again, and Melo's just wide open in the corner. So we got to really lock in on guarding Melo. It's getting kind of tough right here. And as you can see, same with him having to lock in on the OG because I'm putting OG in the pick and pop. So we are going back and forth this stuff. Two people just sniping back and forth on threes and really good shot creation ability on the court right now. Like, there's not much defense being played, but to be fair, it's a lot of really good offense being played too. Right here, I'm trapping Shea again. We're getting a lot of these situations. Now, in retrospect, I probably shouldn't trap Shea as much. He has like 97 pass sacks, so you can definitely deal with those bailouts a little bit more and stuff like that. You can see once again, I'm just trying to speed him up a little bit though, but Melo wide open off me trying to play a lane, playing bad D just in general. So call a timeout. I gotta slow things down a little bit, and thankfully I did that because Melo was about to get his take as well. But right here, I get a charge with Harden, and here is where things start to fall apart a little bit. I try and drop on that cut from Cade. Towns wide open in the corner. He bangs that. He dots the rotation on some true point guard stuff right there, like Zeke is. And then we get a little pick and pop with Levine. I'm coming back. We're trying to get some shot generation myself as well. Shea fading to the midi. He bangs that one contested as well. I'm coming out with the pick and roll, Zach LaVine and Harden. We get that to go. Zach on the rack attack, and we just get him with the lob. Now he's calling the cut on Harden, so he gets the cut to go and takes another 5-point lead again. We're going with the Zach P&R again. I throw another lob to him, and he get that again. So this is back and forth action in this third quarter. We are absolutely going back and forth. So this is definitely setting up to be a nasty game. But as you can see, we're coming out once again trappering. I'm trying to play the 2-on-1 with Poku. I'm just helping off a little bit. We ended up playing some tough defense right there with Cade, and as you can see, we wall up pretty good in the paint. I don't switch on with Harden though, and Carmelo has a pure jump shot. It's so good, so fast. I hit that escape with Harden to the top. We banged that one too. This third quarter is pure back and forth action right now. I'm playing back in with Miles Turner, making sure we don't give up any Towns like paint D or anything like that. As you can see, I wall up with Turner. We switch on again. Carmelo creating down to the paint, and Cade wide open in the corner, another bang with another good jump shot. Now, I have takeover with Harden right here, and you can see I kind of forced it a little bit too much, to be honest with you guys. So then he has takeover another end with Shea, because we've been going back and forth like we have, right? So now we're getting into some tough, dangerous territory where if I can't create, then he's going to get those fast breaks, and that is going to be tough for me. So we're getting kind of double teamed off of a little bit right there. I try and swing it to Levine, but Levine's drifting over to the corner a little bit too much. I'm back to Harden, but Harden gets bumped on the catch. We lose that. Shea coming out here once again with take, but so does Melo. And as you can see, he's trailing in. Late third quarter, I am falling apart right now, man. I try and advance it to Harden again. We're moving forward. We're getting that quick drop, so we're able to cut into a little bit, but as you can see, man, I mean, Carmelo Anthony coming out here. He's got that sharp take coming out, and I get him with a little bit of a fade. We get the really good contest, and we get the really good just collect on that. I try and fade to the corner, but it's super late, and he gets another great contest on me. And now, again, I'm selling the bag because I'm not holding for last shot. I gotta be more patient, bro, because this stuff right here, it can get really dangerous. Like, thankfully, I don't get punished for it, but thankfully, like that worked out because Carmelo had a pretty good open 3 look in the corner right there. So we're down 10 going into this quarter. I get a little bit of a stupid switch situation right there. I didn't want to switch that, but as you can see, the arrows flipped for the big man onto the guard and the guard onto the big. So unfortunate stuff. And also we have to give Harden a little bit of a rest too. So we're coming out here still dealing with his team take. I got no Harden, and obviously LaVine has to carry, and he doesn't have take either. So this is getting to be some greasy territory right here. It's going to be pretty tough. I got OG coming out here as the pick and roll ball handler because LaVine just stuck all the way in the corner. You can't really get it to LaVine either, so I just dump it off to Tari Eason, super fast jump shot, and hope Zeke doesn't click on quick enough, and as you can see, he doesn't. So I get really blessed with that, but as you can see, I'm trying to change matchups because I'm like, oh man, OG is out here guarding the wrong guy. I got to put him on Cade, and I'm like, okay, well, who am I switching him off of? And then I'm like, oh my God, it was Carmelo, and boom, he is looking for Carmelo. You already know, I mean, he's been cooking in this game, so obviously he's going to still go to him. So I give that up pretty stupidly, to be honest, and I got to deal with the matchup stuff and timeouts a whole lot better than I have been in this league. I usually just try and do stuff mid-game too much, and as you can see, it's piling on. OG, I get a really good pullback right there, so we're able to cut into the deficit a little bit, but we're already back down to 12 again. So I try and play another trapper, but then Bull's cutting. We got Bull with rim take, and he's just dealing with everything really well. We got Zach LaVine coming out here trying to like hit the Euro. As you can see, we got a nice little gather right there, but it might be a little bit too late. Like I said, we got the stamina issues as well. I mean, it is only a 12-point deficit though, so we do have a chance. But as you can see, he gets 2 people jumping, 2 people dancing. We got Carmelo wide open in the mid-range, good relocate by him. We got the 2-on-1s over here in the corner. I'm like, oh no, we should have just left Towns, and boom, he still gets the green with Carmelo. And as you can see, Zeke ends the game winning 92-78. Absolutely killed me in this one. Carmelo with 31 points on pure 3-point efficiency. Like, this was so clean from him. 9 for 12 from 3. Shea with 2 for 3. He had like Bull shooting good. Obviously Towns decent. And then I would say, like, obviously we just played Aaron Gordon off the court. He actually DNP'd him in this game. He only played 6 people. So on some shout out to Draymond stuff, we did play Aaron Gordon off the court, but at what expense? Because I just made it so Carmelo plays more, and I don't know if that's good either, because Carmelo playing more equaled pretty tough for me. And so many assists in this game too, as you can see. Shea with 12, Cade with 10, Drew with 3, Bull with 3, Towns with 3, Carmelo with 2. I mean, it's so much assist in this game as far as that stuff goes. And also, as far as my box score, as you can see, we had LaVine go crazy in this one. 33 points, 12 for 15, 3 for 4 from 3. OG shooting 3 for 4 from 3 too. I just stunk it up with Harden again. So, I know the title of this video was Playoff James Harden, but he's actually good. Let's get into that. So, we got our game 3. I just hit the clipboard in the locker room. I hit the whiteboard as a coach. I was like, guys, game plan, erased everything off the board. Let Harden cook is the only thing I got put on this freaking on this whiteboard. So we get a little bit of a Harden pick and roll with LaVine right there. LaVine gets the contact dunk to go. Once again, he dunks over like Shea, and Shea's just stuck on the ground, obviously, so we get that to go. I'm playing the 5-out D. We are going to come out here in this first quarter just going crazy, bonkers, lights out on Harden stuff. So I don't want to spoil too much for you guys, but this gets into some really interesting gameplay. So we get a really good like double up defense right there with Bull, and we just end up with Poku and Miles Turner right there. I hit the escape with Harden to get back to the middle, and we get that 3 to go right there. 7-2 lead. Now, I'm going to be showing a lot of this first quarter right here. We got OG guarding Shea. Once again, we're setting up in that 5-out defense. I can't send too much help. I want to be a little bit careful because obviously all the jump shots are pretty good, but it is hard to play pure ISO defense in this game considering like the offensive players are really good and it's hard to have good defense too. I get a really nasty rebound with Miles Turner right there over Bull's head. Now, we're out in a little bit of transition, but I'm going to slow it down. I don't want to get sped up. I don't want to run right into his bumps and blitzes or anything like that. I run to the same side of the screen. You can see we go to the hoop with Harden, get the and1 to go, and we are looking good right now, man. So that's 8 for Harden on the and1. He's getting really close to takeover as well off all this creation he's done. I mean, it's 8 for him, and he threw the lob to LaVine too, so that's really good for his takeover. We get a little bit of a random drop from Miles Turner. Don't exactly want that. Unfortunately, give up the 3-pointer, cut the lead down to 5. But once again, we're back out with Harden. I'm moving it up a little bit to LaVine. We're trying to advance, trying to get something out of it, but nothing going. So we're just going to go with a little bit of like a pick and pop to Harden. You can see I kind of just long run this one out, trying to get the like space for Harden. Poku though, wide open at the top of the key. We get that to go. 13-5. Early first quarter. This is not even halfway through the first quarter yet, and I'm on pace for like 30 points in the first right here. So we're going a little bit of a double again. I'm trying to play the lane with LaVine. I honestly need to chill on that a little bit more. I need to be more patient on defense and just let people beat me. I think at the end of the day, I do a little bit too much of like pride defense where I just want to like do things. I don't really be patient enough and just let my off-ball D play or anything like that. So Anyway, getting back into the offense right there. You can see cooking up with Harden, fading to the wing right there. 11 for Harden, early first still. First is not even halfway over. We got 11 with Harden, 16 in the first. I mean, we're playing really freaking good right now. Once again, I'm just going to play a little bit of on-ball D. I'm going to switch this back in, though, because I want to make sure that the paint is still protected. We got enough time to hedge because Towns' jumper is pretty bad, so we're going to be able to live with that. But as you can see, he runs right into Poku, gets Bull, a wide-open three-pointer, but I'm able to jump with Miles Turner. Nothing really doing off the jump, but as you can see, Miles Turner is out on the break because of the jump, looking like AD in the playoffs as well. So we're really moving on all cylinders right now. This stuff is really playing well. And we're once again in that 5-out D. He's setting up with that Clippers 2018 stuff as he has been for the whole time. I play like a little bit of a lane. We're able to get a really good switch between our two bigs because we have the two bigs on the same side, fortunately. Poku getting dropped on that drop stepper with Towns. I try and drop off the corner with Miles Turner. Nothing to go there, though. He just gets dead zone and is able to get into that spot. But that Harden takeover is coming, man. We got that shot take on the way. So I ended up fading to the wing right there, right in Cade's face. I don't get it to go, and he's out on the break with it. But trust and believe, we are going to get some more looks at that as well. So we're able to hit a really good lane right there with Miles Turner. We wall up on Bull, get nothing to go right there. And I'm going to be able to just take LaVine out of the game because obviously we have Harden on take 2. So that's generally when I'll make my subs. I want to get one of them out the game when the other one has takeover. But for the time being, we're just going to go ahead and use him as well. So we got both of them on the court. Harden with a little bit of a cross behind the back combo right there. Hit him with the Euro freaking lay right there. It's so pretty, so perfect. I mean, the Harden package, the LaVine package, they're both so good for just shaking people off of you as far as like the 5-out style goes. And it's just some beautiful stuff right there. Bad defense, though. Once again, this is what I was talking about. I just got to be less prideful. I got to just play off-ball D, let people get killed. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, if they don't have good SIGs, they won't get past it. I think Shea has really good SIGs, though, to get past that off-ball D stuff. So also, you can kind of just shoot over people, but man, look at Harden coming out here with the contact dunk X button off the corner. Towns looking like an absolute baby. I mean, it is what it is, too. His interior defense and rebounding are not exactly great. He's obviously a pretty offensive center. Right here, though, you can see Towns, speaking of the offensive center, is just really quick. He slips Towns, which I didn't even know how to slip people on the screens. I do now, though. But anyway, back into the offense. We're going to go with this little Miles Turner pick and pop. I want to involve Bull in the screen action a little bit. I want to get Bull stepping, and if I can just clip Shea with the screen and Bull's not going to step up, then we're looking good, and that's exactly what we get right there. 18 for Harden in the quarter already. After a slow series, he is here to play right now. And man, it's in a major way. I mean, 25 points for the team in the first quarter is huge. So, and we still got a little bit more to go as well. So Shea, once again, going with a little bit of an ISO. I'm playing off-ball D with Poku. This is exactly what I was talking about. A little bit less pride, and that's how you get the game done. I mean, like I said, you have to kind of switch on late as well, though. You can't just let people shoot in the CPU's face because it will look like rec center, where they will just definitely shoot over his head. Right there, I bait the fade to the right and go with the fade to the left. Harden with 21 in the first quarter right now, 28 points for me, and we still have 30 seconds left too. So Zeke with a little bit of a chance at like kind of maybe hold last shot. I kind of got a 2-for-1 right there as well though, so it's looking pretty solid. I wouldn't hold for last shot if I was him personally. He tries to shoot over Harden with Carmelo, doesn't get it to go. Unfortunately though, bad rebound attempt, and we just don't get anything to go right there, and obviously once again could hold for last shot now. But as you can see, we're playing in that lane with Poku. We get that to go. We're in transition. Zach LaVine open in the corner. I bait the jump shot once again. Go to the hoop with Zach. Green the dunk. 30-15 in the first right now. We are getting off to a beautiful, beautiful start in this game right here. So, resuming in the second quarter, we got a little bit of a pick and roll action with Cade and Towns. I don't switch on quick enough, so he's able to get that shot to go with Cade. I'd sub Harden early in this quarter right here because I obviously played him for the entire first, so I'm going to need a little bit of a sub for him. So, we're back to the Zach creation mode right here where we're going to have to just work with him. Poku with a little bit of an open 3 on the wing right there. I want to be a little bit patient though. As you can see, he's playing a little bit of a 2-on-1. I swing it over to OG. Nothing doing right there. We're going to try and go to the dunk meter. Still don't get it to go, but oh my God, was I getting blessed with some bounces of the rim in this game. From the free throw that we just showed earlier to that dunk meter right there. Carmelo and Zeke once again coming out with a really nice double crab move. I'm coming out with the Zach and Poku pick and pop, and we get Poku open to that wing right there. The more I involve the bigs in the pick and pop, pick and roll, stuff like that, the better, because obviously you're just going to expose their lack of speed. That's the whole, point of why pick and roll was created in general in basketball, is to expose the taller, slower players and put them on your smaller people and get your small people on the big guys. So obviously it's just, the type of stuff you want to target. I know we lose track of that sometimes with me going Harden and LaVine like pick and roll, but that's because Zach can take advantage of switches anyway on those rolls. It just works like that. So it's not exactly something I always target. Right there, another good switch on to Carmelo. He gets nothing to go right there. We're looking really good right now, man. I mean, mean, we're out in transition once again. You can see Zeke's in a little bit of rage mode right now, and as you can see, he's just late to come up the court. Boom! Miles Turner wide open 3 right there to the wing. I mean, it's looking tough. Now we got Levine with take as well, so we're just firing on all cylinders. Poku, hop jumper to the middle, don't get this to go, and then he's going to be out in transition with Bol because he just contested it. I try and get in the lane with OG, nothing doing though, or Tari Eason, which, yeah, it was Tari. But anyway, we're still pretty near a 20-point lead, and we still got Zach with takeover as well. It's looking fine. We got the moving cross into behind the back right there, into the contact dunk meter with Kate on him. I don't know if Zeke has a great matchup for Zach either when he's on take, because honestly, he has a lot of perimeter defense-oriented people, and then some that are very bad at prim D, but like not even the greatest at interior D, right? Between Towns and Bol, stuff like that. So he doesn't really have like a great Zach LaVine matchup on the team. So as long as Zach has take, we're going to be creating a lot with him. Right there, we get a little bit of a bump steal with OG. He's able to get it tie up and force the jump ball. We get the jump ball win, and I mean, that's huge momentum right there. I mean, that's like a really big deal. We go with a little of a pick and pop, but I don't even need it. I try and get to the hoop. Obviously, you get the foul call once again with Zach LaVine, and then we're back to the line, knocking them both down. 21-point lead before half. We're looking really great right now. I got Miles Turner off a switch on Shea. We're able to really wall up on defense, but you can see acrobats out of it. We all know how the mechanic works in this game at this point. It is what it is. So Zach, really low on stamina, as you can see. I'm really like grinding through this stuff right now, but it's at the expense of, obviously, we're going to be able to get Harden back in the game with good stamina on the way. Right there, Zach, once again, open in the corner. I unfortunately don't get the dunk meter to pop off. I ended up doing a little bit of an accidental hop jumper, but OG's wide open in the paint. I try and bait a little bit right there with Miles Turner, but he is very slow, so we can't really afford to do that. Right here, I'm calling for another cut from Levine because he's trying to like play off-ball D on him, so we're able to just get that to go. I back up in the lane right there. Don't get it. Once again, OG not exactly playing in the lanes. And even though I didn't play Harden for nearly the entire second quarter right there, we got him right back into the game now, and with almost full stamina too, and that goes a long way. So we're coming back out. We got a little bit of our creation, a little bit of a broken play, and we're back to Tari Eason in the corner. You know that's automatic at this point too. I mean, I love my spot ups on this team too. Between OG to Tari to Poku, Miles Turner, everybody, even Larry Nance, like everybody's got beautiful jump shots. So once again, Harden, a little bit of rack attack. He's getting that stuff to go with a super high floated up layup right there. Take a 24-point lead. Shea once again coming out though with that midi fade, and he's got that in the bag, man. I mean, his midi magician's really good. His mid-range rating is really good, and obviously his animation is good too. Now, a little bit of a new guy to the lineup right here. Let's show the Larry Nance love a little bit. I go with the Larry Nance pick and roll, get him with the contact lob because why not? He's got good dunk and silver aerial wizard. He's like kind of my substitute to not having Zach in, and I think I need to approach that a little bit more. You can see Harden though, so crafty. That stuff makes me just absolutely lose it, bro. That's so clean. I mean, to do that in 2K as well is just so beautiful. But anyway, Harden hitting a little hop jumper right there. Nothing going. Hitting the moving crossover. Still nothing going. We're trying to call for a little bit of a pick and pop right here. It's looking kind of ugly on offense, but he backs up a little bit off OG, and OG, all he needs is just a little bit of room to shoot that thing. And as you can see, he gets that to go. Harden, 10 for 11 right now. Fading to the left corner right there. I'm not going to get this to go, but he tries to jump at me with Carmelo, and as you can see, that was obviously OG's matchup. So we're able to benefit off that. Unfortunately, I missed another open three with Harden though, and I kind of jinxed him with the whole, 10 for 11 thing. Right there though, you can see nice rotations. Bam playing great lane. I don't really score off it though, so we're just kind of making a little jump cut to that. Really nice hop jumper right there from him. And then we got Bam. He's going to be trying to just create a little bit. You can see we can still do that with Bam a little bit though. Bol, while he is big, obviously doesn't have the greatest interior defense and like post defense and stuff like that. Another good jump. Zeke's bringing Blake Griffin into the game. That's how you know this thing might be checked and might be over. So obviously it is what it is. But anyway, coming out with offense again. I'm going triple threat with OG. I'm pulling it back again, pulling in his face, and boom, we get that to go with the three-pointer again. Almost a 30-point lead. As you can tell, this game is probably pretty over. Shea with a little bit of a bully that ends up like kind of on a bailout, and boom, there it is. I mean, now we got Harden coming out here, hitting the corner ISO. We hit him with the moving crossover that is like, well, more of the standstill crossover, but you guys see what I'm saying. Get that to go. Doing it again right here. I'm going to try and get the crab again, but I just mistimed it, unfortunately. And, it is what it is. It's a 30-point lead. The game's pretty much over, so we're just going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit. Obviously, I have some highlights to show you. Actually, sure, I'll I'll just talk over them pretty much. You can see we get team take with Larry Nance. I just decided to pull up because why not? Sharp take is like that, and it's just built so different. I end up with a little bit of a fade to Harden, and you know, I wasn't even hooping with Harden like that in the late game, but that first quarter just blew the doors off of this game. I mean, 21 points in the first on 10 for 11 efficiency was crazy. You can see once again I'm going Larry Nance, pick and pop, and sharp take, man, it's just so stupidly broken. You can just shoot it in people's face and it'll just be open every time, and unfortunate. So we almost take a 40-point lead right here. I got nothing doing with Harden in this corner, so we're going to the Bam triple threat. I try and dunk meter with Bam, which actually isn't the greatest idea, but low-key it could have gone right there. I just get absolutely hacked on the foul by Shea right there. Harden trying to cook up a little bit, but honestly, you know, it is what it is. Like, I'm not trying to really like go that crazy or anything at this point. A little bit of a random drop from his defense right there, and obviously we got Tari Eason wide open in the corner. We got Cade shooting tired. Everybody's trying to stay in the game at this point, obviously, and you know, it is what it is. So anyway, we're going to skip to the end of the game now. A little bit of a tired midi right there with Harden, but, you know, hey, we get that to go. And then the last one I'll show right here is another attack into the escape right there. Get that to go. That is the game. We end up winning 92-62, and this was a great series besides this game, obviously. Like, the game one, I probably shouldn't even won. And if we're being realistic, I probably should have lost to Zeke in 2 games, just in general. Like, game one was very fluky for me to win, and game two, I lost by a lot. So I just got so fortunate that Harden hit that crazy red jumper right there. And, you know, that's part of the video title that I have right here, too. Playoff Harden. I mean, like, this dude definitely hit some clutch freaking three-pointer right there that would have been so hard to hit. I mean, that's ridiculous. But anyway, Harden ends game 3 with 34 and 9 on 2 turnovers, 14 of 21. Zach LaVine 5 for 7. Our 3-point efficiency once again off the charts right here. We got Larry Nance chipping in that garbage time sharp take BS with 3 for 4 from 3. We got OG 2 for 3, Poku 2 for 3, Tari 2 for 4, Miles Turner 1 for 1. I mean, perfect efficiency on the 3-pointer. And obviously, like I said, Harden, let Harden cook. Coach just hit the whiteboard in the freaking in the locker room and erased everything off, and just in big font letters, let Harden cook. Literally just that in the first quarter. Shout out to Zeke for playing a great game. Now, as you can see, we have a freaking ridiculous bracket right here for our final 8, or our elite 8, so to say. So my next matchup is going to be against Bonnie. He is the Suns. He has Curry on his team, and it's going to be definitely a absolute sweat fest right there for our game. Now, for the 1 and 4 seed in the West, we have Kobe and IQ. Those are probably the, like, I mean, just in general, as you can see, we have the 1 through 4 in both sides of the bracket, like on the East and the West in this. So no upsets. Zeke was probably the closest to an upset of anybody, honestly. I guess Salt actually did pretty good against Bonnie too. He ended up losing in 3, but he won game 1 and lost a lot of close games in the 2 and 3. So overall, Bonnie beating Salt in the 3 and 6 matchup. Kobe beating Dope in the 4 and 5 matchup, and then IQ ended up getting a forced win against Outer. They just ended up having some, you know, scheduling conflicts, and Outer was really like 2 wins on the season. IQ had lost like 3 games on the season, so it was pretty flipped records. Same with on the East, we had AK force against Joey. Joey didn't play, and then we had, obviously, as you can see, Tonic actually losing a game to Saint as well. Shout out to Saint for even pulling off one of those. Tonic is a tough team to beat too with that John Morant 5-out stuff, or not even 5-out. He just has a block sitter too while he goes dunk meter mode with John Morant. And then we have Dre with the Pistons. He is now the new owner of Kawhi Leonard and Giannis on the same team. So Apollo gets him in the first round, loses in 2. Again, a lot of close games. It's kind of the name of Apollo's season, unfortunately. He just loses close games after close games after close games every single time. And then as you can see, Nut is able to beat I'm in Corner 2 games to nothing. So gets that to go. So our matchups on the East is going to be AK and Tonic, and then Nut and Dre. So those are going to be 2 banger matchups. Same with the West. We got Kobe and IQ in the West, and then we got me and Bonnie. I think in the future, what I'd love to do is maybe like ask these guys to record stuff like this so I can make content out of their games potentially. Or if you would like to, I'm sure some people, if they ended up winning, might be able to produce some content with it. I don't know. It's just tough though, because at the end of the day, the only other content creator in this league is really just Tonic, to be honest. I guess Joey too, but Joey doesn't really like play as much, to be honest with you guys. Nut does, but I'm not sure Nut really has been streaming as much as he did in like the night 1 or anything like that. But either way, there's not a lot of access to getting like video footage of this stuff. I do know Dre and Salt, the 2 brothers of like the Pistons and Nuggets, those 2 do stream their games pretty often. I might try and shout out their Twitches and stuff like that too if you guys ever want to try and catch the games. But it is at very random times that they ended up like, you know, playing or streaming and stuff like that. So I'm not sure. I'll try and like give you guys the recap at the very least between like the rounds and stuff. And maybe if I get eliminated somewhere in this as well. We're talking from live point of view now. I haven't really played Bonnie yet. So if I get eliminated, I might showcase other people's games and ask them if I can like record on OBS and record their game if they're sharing it to like Discord or something. But anyway, I will let you guys know. I'll keep you posted. We are moving on to the it's not conference finals, but semifinals. Yeah. And then obviously, if we can win, we would end up playing Kobe or IQ. And then obviously on the East side, I mean, this is a powerhouse team no matter who you're looking at on this East. So it's going to be a tough road, 100%. This is where we get like elite teams no matter what you're looking at. So this is really fun, and it's fun to just look at this stuff and be like, wow, there's power in that 1 seed. There's power in that 4 seed. Same with the 3. They got Curry. The 4 seed's got Tatum. The 1 seed's got a Donovan Mitchell, De'Aaron Fox combo that just is small guard demon time with IQ. On AK's team, he's got a pure like jump shot team everywhere and like 3 guards that are really good. PJ Tucker and 2 good inside bigs. Tonic, he's got John Morant dunk meter style. Nut, he's got a real defensive team, the #1 defense in the league probably. Dre, he's got the new star-studded duo of the absolute two-way gods, Giannis and Kawhi, yet a lot of role players now because he traded a lot of his depth. So I'm looking forward to this stuff. It's been so fun, and I hope you guys are enjoying this stuff too. I know from the comments you guys say you have been as well. So I'm going to try and cut this video a little bit shorter here because it's approaching like almost an hour now probably. But anyway, that is all for the video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, for to drop a like, stuff, you new to notice, all the good stuff. And like always, try someone to about 800, 700 likes, something like that. If you made it to the end of the video, put Harden in the comments, search parts my way through, or put James if you would like to as well. But I think most people probably just call Harden by Harden. But anyway, I'm looking forward to this. I'm hoping I can keep playing with this team because I am enjoying it so much. But at this point, we're fighting for our lives, man. You know, I mean, if I lose a series, we're just done with this team, and we're gonna do a redraft in the next season too. So we'll see. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you in the next one. The next one will, no matter what, be the series against Bonnie, no matter how bad I get done or no matter how bad he gets done. So appreciate you guys watching. And on that, take it easy, man. Peace.